Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Drakken on Endless. So a couple of things we want to do real quick here before we move on to the next turn. I did not equip my ships with the Fomorian Slayer Engineer. And the reason I did that is because we were very crunched for resources when I first built these ships. How expensive would it be to... That's significant, but we've now gained Fomorian Slayer, which is a pretty big deal. So we haven't actually moved these units yet. Let's make sure that we are... it's worth noting that actually taking this fortress will complete this quest, giving us control of this fortress as well. And we don't know exactly what this sea region looks like, but the regions to the north and south tend to be pretty small. We might get lucky and this might be a one fortress region. It's not impossible. So it could be that we take a region just by doing that. We also are still looking to get 200 more dust for retrofitting our army, and the archivist is not using modern gear, so that's a concern as well. Whew, we got a lot of things to do, and we've shaken the cages enough that probably some AIs are planning our murder as we speak. Alright, so let's see here. What do we need? Do I think I'm going to assimilate the eyeless ones? Because if not, Central Market's probably a good idea. Yeah, eyeless ones are pretty weak. And we're already tough and like relatively good at healing because our heroes naturally have healing abilities. Let's go ahead and pick up Central Market. We're going to want these eventually. We are being attacked by neutral vessels. Could be ugly. They have a fire ship with them. Yeah, fire ships have way too much health. Fire ships should have, like, significantly less health. I get that their whole role is to serve sort of the same purpose that heavy infantry serve, but the combination of their health and damage makes them very difficult to beat. So I put my ships together like this so that we can... you only have 2 move, right? Yeah, so that we can sit for a turn, and I want to let them... Their boarding vessels are faster than their fire ship is. So yeah, I was hoping to let them separate a little bit. They didn't actually do that. I was hoping that the boarding vessels would end up in front of the fire ship. And that we could use them as sort of a screen while we move in. We could fight the boarding vessels without having to fight the fire ship. And then... Okay, we managed to get the fire ship to end its turn in the lightning. All right, we gotta get this guy as quickly as possible. All right, by attacking him, we've guaranteed that he's going to end his turn in the lightning again. But it looks like we're going to bring him down enough that bring him down quickly enough that it's not going to matter. Okay, we actually ended up only losing 1 ship there. That's not really that bad. I was expecting that to go a lot worse. Fire ships are scary. You get to be afraid of them after fighting a couple. Okay, yeah, we're definitely going to need new ships. Alright, so I'm intentionally not going to have this guy attack. I feel confident that he would be killed by the damage he would take. Alright, now it's the case for both of them, so... I'm pretty annoyed by a pair of zeros, must you? Okay. Alright. So, no, unfortunately, this is not going to give me control of that fortress, and in fact, the fortress is going to be immediately reclaimed, but it did get us 80 dust. Well, this guy definitely cannot move on to keep fighting. If we talk to one more fortress, we'll get this. And then this, unfortunately, is not something that we can take without fighting. But let's see if I can find another fortress real quick, and maybe we can at least fulfill that quest. 20 Quicksilver is something. It's not awesome. But we'll get a couple of turns of Palladian production out of it, at least. Most likely. And you guys are basically just sitting around waiting for green for green to try something. Purple actually can't declare war on us. Remember, they're roving clans. Actually, do we want this guy to be in a position where I would know where I'd be able to fight red quickly? Probably not, actually. Like, maybe up here? He's still in range of we're in, but this way he can fall back. Because red actually can't attack us very easily. Red has to travel a lot with their troops before they can fight us. Alright, how's my approval level? My approval level is down to happy. And for some reason the gold booster's not running. Oh, because it just ran out this second. So yeah, even with the wine running, we're down to happy. So what are his troops like? 64 damage, 89 attack. To my 49 damage, 57 attack. We have more defense than they have attack, but not by very much. Okay, we can finish the retrofit. And we'll have a little bit of a head start on our next era of strategic upgrades. Ooh, there's maybe not another sea region down here, actually. Hey guys, what's happening? We have a lot of health too, actually. 167. I'm a little concerned. We're getting close to having a functional megapole, which will make it a lot easier for us to build a new army or a new navy. Then should probably have Geomic Labs. I have no idea what these guys are doing. Come on, I need to find one more fortress to talk to before this thing spawns a unit that comes over here and reclaims this. I'm definitely concerned about this. I don't know why they're being so obvious. Let's go for the exhaustion scepter so that we can reduce enemy defenses a little bit. Okay, this army's in pretty good shape. The Kekators unfortunately cannot be retrofitted as we do not have a unit design for them. Should I just attack? Like, I don't think an attack is really profitable. We'd probably lose. But if we can attack them near the cities, we can have our garrisons do some of the work. Yeah, there it goes. Alright, well, that sucks. We got temporary control of a couple of fortresses out of it, and when Selamot produces some more ships, we're going to send them eastward. What are these guys doing? It's a shame we couldn't catch them in range of both of the cities. Don't they know there's a cliff here? Alright, well we did in fact get our megapole. And it's hard not to feel pretty good about where that's going. +1 industry on terrain with forest. This entire city is in forest almost, so that's big. Waverseago is great. Yeah, we should try to get central markets up everywhere. We're about to have an Empire Mint. Oh, you know what? Screw those guys. Let's go get these pearls. That's a lot of pearls that just spawned there. Alright, so we're still pretty far out from Era 3. Huh. trade routes are probably a good idea. I mean, roads are probably a pretty good idea, and trade routes are a nice addition on top of that, basically. We haven't researched either of our unit designs. The Wyvern is actually a totally fine unit. It is a reasonable cavalry-type guy. He's flying, of course, not cavalry class. But it serves that sort of role, that shock troop, get in the middle of everybody and maul them role. And then the Ancient is an interesting support unit. It gives a morale bonus to all nearby units, and so you can have 1 or 2 Ancients in your army, and they effectively boost everybody else's stats by 15 or 30%. I think it's only 1 morale, so 15%. But it's still pretty good. How are we doing on... Alright, we're almost... Next turn we'll have enough Moonleaf to pop the Moonleaf booster, which will certainly help. Yeah, I have no idea what Green is doing with that army. I'd like it if they would stop. Maybe just go back home, huh? Alright, we managed to bank quite a lot of influence over the course of that event. And honestly, we were making a lot of influence in the first place. Where are all the fortresses? There could be one right up here, maybe? Or at least getting the ocean mapped out. Right. In a few turns, we may be able to start producing ships again. We're going to have to secure Samoa, the western bit of Samoa. Oh, cultists got killed a little quicker than I thought they were going to. So now Skyen is very important to us. We had to settle this relatively quickly. And it looks like, nope, no fortresses over here. Alright, well, we'll go check south again. I don't know, I feel like I'm doing okay. We have enough influence, actually, that we maybe don't need to be too scared of them, because we can just force a truce if they start stuff with us. I think Ibadan is going to make us a settler. Alright, here we go. This is the big thing, I think. Last reserves is the most important skill that... where? Oh, this one. I wish there was a show location button on that. Okay, well, we've managed to reap a fair number of resources. I'm actually going to send these guys out to scout. Like I said, if we get ward on, I'll just force truce at this point. It's nice not to have to. Obviously, you'd prefer to be able to use that influence for your empire plan. Okay, so we got to take Skyen, and that'll guarantee us Addenda. I mean, probably. That will most likely guarantee us Addenda, and then we can have 5 or 6 land regions pretty easily without having to go to war. We will go to war. There's really no two ways about that. But all right, yeah, green dude's still trying to threaten us. I think maybe that's the whole play. Is they're just spooking us. Alright, this is ridiculous. How many tiles in this region have I revealed and there's not a single thing? Feels like there must not be very many ruins this game. Alright, we're at 3 techs away from this era, it looks like. I mean, we could push for a diplomatic victory. We could try for that. Being able to make peace is a lot more influence efficient than having to repeatedly force truces. So if we could get something like that going, it would be nice. There's also the public granary. Our population's growing pretty quickly, but you know what? Let's focus on that, and we should be able to. Yeah. All right. We're back up to fervency with the central markets. Yeah, everything's cool. And we're rapidly approaching being able to purchase more governors. Get out of here, you. I'm sure it's a fire ship, because the AI never builds other naval units for some reason. Fire ships are effective, and you can make an army entirely out of fire ships and it will work, but it's definitely not the most sophisticated strategy. So we're one turn away from being able to build another burrow. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to build our altar here, and then build a burrow here. And that way our megapole will be leveled up, and we gain 2 anomalies, and we can just, build the city out this way. And then once the megapole's level 2, we'll start producing more ships with it. It does kind of look like there's no fortresses or ruins or anything in this sea region. It's just a big empty nothing. But I cannot imagine that's actually the case. Hey, pink fire ships. They're also looking for all of the buildings and stuff. So what do we want to do here? We don't actually need the approval. Oh, we need to do this for our faction quest, right? Yep. So what if we just kept everything as it was, but also did that? Get more effective buyouts this way. Yeah, let's do that. So the combination of the production the building production cost reduction policy gives you cheaper buyouts by lowering the industry cost of stuff, because the buyout cost is based on the industry cost. And then you get further buyout cost reductions from the straight up buyout cost reducer. So it's pretty, if you can take both of those policies, your stuff gets pretty cheap. I don't remember what our quest here was, but let's burn down some villages. Get all that XP. I remember thinking we weren't going to do it. That's what I remember. So we don't really have a lot of river space. We can't take too much advantage of aquapulvistics, which means we also probably don't want aquacultural science. Imperial coinage is a fine tech, but if we're talking about maybe buying out a fair number of buildings in the near future, maybe we should just get prisoners, slaves, and volunteers. Alright, I think we're probably close to 600 on hero costs. Yeah. So a couple more turns then. Our capital has definitely benefited from Wayrasigo, though. It is for sure founded on worse land than our second city, but it's managing to outgrow that city. Yeah, there's just nothing. This place is just empty. And Pink is chasing us with extremely high-speed fire ships. Defeat 3 armies with an army led by a Drakken hero. Well, we're working on that. Yeah, so we'll go burn down the rest of these villages. Definitely want this. As we're expanding out, and then we're going to also make absolutely sure that we get this guy running away at the beginning of the turn. Oh, I didn't check to see that unrevealed facility may have revealed itself with the advancement of the ages there. Yeah, there's just nothing in this region. It's crazy. Sea monster in Lais. That is not my region. This is the first time that I've had a sea region owned when the monster spawned, and the monster didn't spawn in my region. Hi, Blue. What's up? Okay, so where are we going to settle the city? This is a pretty obvious tile. There's a decent amount of industry here. A couple of forests. I guess this is probably the tile where we want to do it. We could come over here down by the forest. Maybe settle near the ruins? No, I like this group of anomalies. This is a fine location. I think it's probably here. Alright. This is some flat industry for Wayresigo's city, which is pretty fantastic. And now, city is constructed. I think we will start making ships. We're going to need a couple. So yeah, Pink will chase us to the ends of the earth now. There's nothing that the AI loves more than attacking a player army. They will ignore each other's armies happily. But my armies will never be allowed to escape. Okay, we'll deal with that in a second. Weirin has rebuilt all of its minor faction villages, so that's good. We got a reasonable population in this city now. And we're getting close. Oh no, we could afford a hero this turn. A couple of the heroes are available already. So Ipsawacha's not bad. Science Boost 1 is not super compelling. Dust Efficiency 3 is pretty good, though. There's an Andom the Seer who is level 6 already. If we want to wait. Somebody sold their level 6 Andom. Oh, he's even spec'd in a way that's not entirely insane. Interesting. I really want him, actually, and there's not a lot of really compelling governors. Unwin Weybridge has Dust Boost 3. That might be better than Dust Efficiency 3 right now, because we're still founding cities. We have a lot of things to build. You know what, I'm going to take... Am I? Peyton Quinn will be better eventually. No, I'm gonna take Weybridge now. And he can be the governor of Ibadan. Ibadan? You know what, let's give the furthest forward city a governor first. Alright, I don't think we should have to manual this, but let's just make sure, as always, make sure nothing crazy happens. Oh, the fact that we have so much more initiative than these guys is going to make it really hard for them to use their stun and beam abilities. They're never going to get to initiate an attack. They only have one combat move, you can see. Actually makes them like almost unforgivably bad units. Their stats really... Let's just lock these guys up. You guys all plan to attack. They have really great stats in some ways, but the fact that they have one combat move, it's a little bit less relevant against melee troops, obviously, because the melee troops will come to you. But against any army that contains range units, Harmonite are just going to get torn apart as they advance very slowly. Oh, I'm not giving my range units explicit orders because I expect them to be competent. It's a fool's error. Alright. Well, we're going to come out of this at basically full health. At least heal the guy who's actually injured. We overdid it slightly on that. Sorry, did Blue just attack me? What a dick. 61. Oh, these are actually quite good. These are powerful units. Well... They have 43 attack, though. So they'll be doing half damage all the time. Yeah, I'll fight them. Their attack is really a lot lower than our defense. So we have 3 move? 1, 2... Yeah, okay. We can get in on them on the first round. It's going to be a little not ideal. Unfortunately, they have sweep strike back, which makes it a little awkward to... Yeah, you guys, everybody... Try to kill this one. Please don't just cast healing spells. We need actual damage. Alright, so we're stripping their defense with our hero. And getting in for some reasonably okay damage. Yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah, they're going to be doing like 30 damage a lot, so it takes them 10 hits to kill one of my units. Is a luxury that they're not going to have very frequently. I'm super annoyed that this guy is so late in the initiative order. If he was earlier, him moving around to this guy's backside to attack would open up a slot that we could use. So we need to figure out what the best positioning for some of our guys is. So you attack from here. Actually, you attack from here. You attack from here. We have to pay attention to the order in which they move. The third guy is gonna have nothing to do, really, I guess. I want this guy to stay over here, so that I can have you move to right there and attack and actually heal him. But it looks like there's not really a way to do that. Not to do that and also get all of my other troops into combat, that is. But obviously, any turn where we don't get full engagement is a benefit for them, as they have ranged units. You move to here. You, I guess, move to here? I don't know. There's no way to arrange this so that we're actually getting the heals I want to get. I don't know why blue would do this. Strange choice. Actually, you know what? Let's just have my ranged units focus directly on keeping this guy alive. I'd like him to be in some kind of shape by the time we have our next battle. Alright, I think our hero should be able to finish this up without any of us taking any further damage. And then the Kigators will throw out a couple of free heals. Okay, I guess we'll get that at the end of the turn. So this guy is in the position he's supposed to be in. Yeah, we're managing to drive off the other players' armies, which I think should be enough to keep them from going for our throat. As long as they can't, like, overwhelmingly win battles, I think we should be fine. Alright, one more tech to research. I don't know exactly what we need. I mean, shipyard's not terrible. We haven't actually seen any settleable islands or anything, though. Well, we'll definitely need Imperial coinage eventually. We know that for sure, so we may as well just go ahead and pick it up. Make sure this guy has good running orders. Unfortunately, he's in the middle of this, like, Sargasso Sea over here. Can't really do a lot about it. I don't know why it's saying he can only move that far, though. Isn't the cost of a seaweed tile only 2? He has 6 move. Huh. It says world effects increases movement cost to 2, and then move cost 3 movement. That's weird. Well, we'll plan to go this way. The weather will shift 1 space to the right, so this will be a lightning tile, not a seaweed tile. We'll be able to move through a little faster. Alright, so we've acquired an aura of leadership, giving us influence for all of our villages, which is cool. Research 8 technologies from Tech Era 2. We are already good on that. So that's just a wait for it to count it sort of thing. Dervishes and dredges. That's not a terrible army. So it kind of looks like we don't have a quest from these guys. Is that right? No, we do. I must have obtained it from this village. Oh, right. They wanted me to... Okay, we can do that. A village in Ochk. So... Wow, we can see most of Ochk and no villages. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiles not visible to us yet. I guess we'll just have to go check all of those. Alright, let's grab some pearls while we're waiting for the rest of our navy to show up. We may want to come up with some more advanced designs. It's possible. Alright, so green and blue are the only ones who can declare war on us. We have a fair amount of influence, but I'd really like to not use it for forcing peace, obviously. Oh, I wasn't mashing the button, damn it. Hate. Hate, hate, hate. Okay. Let's grab some pearls, and then next turn we will head out and see if we can't pick up some more sea. Did we get... Ah, it was a dust water facility. Well, okay. Yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. Alright, let's go check these tiles down here and see if any of them are the appropriate village. Yeah, everybody should have a public granary. I think we'll go ahead and leave them all on dust. They're doing fine work that way. Yeah, I mean, let's go to 6 ships. We can have 6 ships in a navy. Why not? If we're going to change the design, we should change it before we build them, because it's actually a lot easier for us to get the industry there. So we definitely want to put armor on them. So the difference between these is 13 attack, and boarding party 1 is 30% of life to damage, while boarding party 2 is probably 40%. Yeah. We also have the option of going just for stun. Stun 2 is a 20 or 30%? Yeah, 20% chance to stun when attacking. Do I want to build ships that have a strategic resource involved? The extra attack is probably pretty important. The stats on the boats tend to be fairly low, so small changes in your stats have a much larger relative effect. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and make this the design. So let's cancel all of these. It won't... Oh, there we go. Okay, we added a little bit of time. The third boat is going to come out a little slower. That's probably worth it, though. How much will it cost to retrofit these? 133 dust per. I definitely should have upgraded the design before building them. Oh well. So what we know about this huge region is that it doesn't seem to have anything in it. We know where the 3 fortresses in Samuntia are. We have map vision of them, so we'll be able to see when they turn colors. Ooh, Hyperium. We'll be able to see if other players conquer them. I'm sorry, pink? Where are... What? Are they mad? Did I pick up some pearls with that boat? Is that what they're talking about? That probably is what happened. Alright, we did this. Build the Oologic Nursery. The city with the improvement will need a minimum of 20 food from district/exploitation tiles. So I imagine, yeah, that's the capital is fine for that. The Ardent Mages have attacked and defeated 10 armies of other empires. You know, the crummy empires. Alright, quite a few sources of adamantine and palladium. None of the resources, the luxury resources from the era, have been found in any of our regions. That's a little bit of a bummer. Alright, we're getting close to being able to run grass silk. Oh no, we don't actually have a booster. We've just found some grass silk. We're getting close to being able to run dust water. Oh, we should assimilate somebody. So, we don't need the approval. The life is probably fine. Resources from our strategic extractors is also fine. It'll get pretty good once we have all of those resources that we just discovered coming up. We could potentially be building the Goran unit, and this does dovetail nicely with the strengths of our army already. You know, let's just not assimilate for now. Well, actually, you know what? The extra life on our units will be relevant for the ships immediately. So let's actually grab these guys. Yeah, the ships could use the HP right now. Okay, we have a lot of things to research. So we get our second extra slot 1 era earlier than people normally do. I think I'm going to pick up Smelting Station. We actually have quite a few sources of the new resources. I'd like to get those going. Combined with our ocean resources, we should be able to get quite a lot of adamantine rolling. Adamantine was the one we have 3 of, right? Yeah. Yeah, and down here. So yeah, we should be able to get quite a lot of adamantine rolling. Alright, do I want to wait until I have all 6 ships together? I suppose I should. Every turn we can merge up one more. Should I purchase a governor? Or should I purchase an admiral, I wonder? It's possible that it's not worth the cost. Okay, I bet it's here. I bet I went the wrong way, because that is definitely the sort of thing that would happen. Alright, do I want to delay a governor for ship retrofitting is the other question. I think it's probably not worthwhile to... Oh, you're only happy. Alright, it's time for a market. I think it's probably not worthwhile to get an admiral. We're not going to be doing a lot of ship-to-ship combat. The only reason we even have this many ships is just to push Fomorians out of fortresses. So maybe it's not worthwhile. Yeah, I'm not going to bother doing the retrofit on the other 3 ships. We'll be okay. Oh, Green has taken a fortress. But this is still neutral territory. We could potentially drive Green out unless they have, 8 fire ships waiting, which is a thing that might be the case. What's up? I give you Alchemy Workshop and we have peace. It's actually an interesting offer. Not that I necessarily want to give Purple any huge benefit. We're getting spied on. And Purple spying on us. But trading with their cities could be beneficial. Pitying. Come on. From any other player, I'd be pretty excited about an offer of peace because it means I don't have to think about what they're doing anymore in terms of self-defense. But obviously, these guys couldn't attack us anyway, which makes this a little bit less compelling. Let's counter proposal. Yeah, no, never mind. That's interesting. If I counter propose, they're still the ones paying for it. They would take a relatively small amount of wine or adamantium. I'd rather they have this than a high-level tech. Oh, okay, so I pay for terms that I added. They pay for terms that they added. I'm fine with this. Cool. Alright, so now we can have trade routes between our cities, and that may end up being very beneficial for me. Because one of the key components in the value calculation for a trade route is the distance between the cities. We probably don't have to manual that. So obviously his cities are a lot further from mine than mine are from each other, because we built in sort of a ball. Alright, somebody built a Guardian, so we have access to the Guardian Slayer quest. We will not need any Guardian Slayer units. Alright, let's build a couple more settlers. We should take these two regions. Possibly this region as well. Okay, so we have smelting stations available. I'm going to pick up bread and circuses, not because we need it right this second, but because we will need it. I guess that is a compelling reason not to pick it up right this second. Let's get uncommon alloys. We can get bread and circuses in a couple of turns when our settlers are actually on their way to the new locations. Because once we have 5 or 6 cities down, expansion disapproval will be a little bit harsher. Well, hold on. Let's move to this space and see what we're seeing here. All right. Assimilate 2 minor factions and have at least 6 villages pacified. Okay, so we're gonna need to go back and pick this up. Green's not going to care for the fact that I did this. They're going to be displeased. But I want the resources. You don't need the resources. Okay, adamantium and palladium in the home region. This is one hell of a home region, actually. Alright, do I want to build another burrow? Or do I want to make a settler? Yeah, let's make a settler. And we'll just we'll get 3 more settlers out, and we'll just take all 3 of these regions. I haven't seen any evidence of an island, although we did leave a hole in our exploration of this area, large enough to be an island, and of course there's room for islands up in this blind spot here. Alright, so let's go get the village that is right there. We can swing past this ruin too. Okay, so these are much less evolved units. They attacked us with Drider 5s before, and those were no match for us. So I can't imagine Drider 2s are going to be any danger. Alright, we do have to watch out. They're probably going to be... The Green Navy that picked up this fortress is going to be out here somewhere, and it's probably going to be an army... it's probably going to be made up entirely of fire ships, and it's going to be the maximum size that their armies can be. So it is going to be a danger to us. Fire ships are like pretty good. If fire ships are so good, SB, why don't you have any fire ships? Yeah, that's a real good question. I probably should have researched fire ships by now. Build the alchemy workshop in one of your cities to get dust alchemy for free, really? Wow. Okay. Later game ruin searches can be awfully valuable. Oh, we're way past being able to buy a hero, aren't we? Not that much past. Anyway, let's buy a hero. So Peyton Quinn is still available. We also could pick up a fellow Tegrit and start spying. That's definitely something to think about. This Andon the Seer is starting to look not that infeasible. Ipsawacha has industry efficiency 2, which is actually pretty good. And of course he's a Wild Walker, and Wild Walker heroes are great at building stuff. You know, I think it's going to be him. Industry efficiency 2 is quite good. Alright, so Ibadan is not really doing an industry thing right now, but this city has lots of stuff that still needs building. So you can see the effect of industry efficiency 2 right here. Our citizens are producing more industry. Let's actually move this up to here. Let's get right-of-way done quickly. Okay, this city has a lot of stuff it needs to build. Alright, and we gotta keep saving up for more governors, because obviously we're about to have a bunch more cities. This fortress is so far away. Now, we are probably faster than Green's Navy, because like I said, Green's Navy is probably made up entirely of fire ships. So they aren't going to have six map move. I'm actually going to finish last reserves with our governor before we move up to cold operator, because it's so much health. It's so much health. Alright, got our ruin. Let's head up here. I'm certain the village is in that space now, which is annoying. Alright, so addenda. It's a really inconveniently placed pearl. Where am I planning to settle? So there's obviously a pretty great tile right here. Take advantage of both of those. Yeah, I don't see any reason to go anywhere else. We'll grab this first. Right, and Celamont should probably make a center for mineralogy. We don't really need to be focusing on industry in this city anymore, to the point where Wayrasigo is probably getting moved to Addenda, and we'll try to get a science hero into this city. I think that's sensible. This wall of seaweed is unfortunate. It'll float eastward slowly, but it's still going to be in our way. Okay, so green just has the 5 fire ships, which of course still have enough move after whatever combat they were just engaged in to come over here and fight us. Obviously, he'll be moving toward Dust Diviner and Mining Authority, which is a fantastic skill. Alright, and then Capital can produce more ships. We could also produce some land units. We don't have anything, like, hugely relevant to do. We could, actually, can we buy enough Palladium to make that work? Palladium is pretty cheap right now. We could delay our hero a little bit. Yeah, this might be a good idea. Where do I want to build this? I mean, I guess we just keep building out in this direction, right? Building this here means I can't put an Abbey of Anomalies here, but I think it's probably fine. 4 turns? Yeah, that's fine. That'll do. Right, obviously Wayrasigo's not going anywhere until that's finished. Oh, right, I forgot that we even had this. I'm not too worried about it. The weapon that you get for completing that quest isn't terribly relevant at this point in the game. Alright. Unfortunately, we've dragged our empire down out of Fervent into Happy by founding a city. And it's going to get worse in the near future. Yeah, you guys have your orders. Okay, we might be able to avoid fighting these ships. I do not want to fight 5 400 hit point fire ships. Let's see if we can find out if there's a third fortress in the region. Oh. Winter. Alright, free dust alchemy. I appreciate that. Thank you, quest. So we need to pick up still this. This is going to be important. Obviously, we're hurting on dust all of a sudden. We need to get back up to fervent to fix that. You know what? I'm going to assimilate the eyeless ones for now. Just to put us back into fervent, and that'll push us forward on the faction quest. And we'll see if I want to change that assimilation to somebody else in the near future. Alright, unfortunately, I'm sure we're going to be pursued. But we're much faster than the navy that's chasing us. So we might be able to loop around them and get to this fortress. Yeah, I think we're going to be able to. We've pulled the Spheroid of Drakken lore, which gives Inspiring Leader 3 and Army Vision Boost 3. For a period of 5 turns, keep the approval rating of at least 2 cities fervent. Okay. 5 turns, easy enough. I assume that, yeah, most of our cities are fervent. So Shagrack, it looks like it does only have 2 fortresses. So we can take that bastion. They will not be able to take it back without declaring war on us, which obviously works pretty well for me. Okay. 15 spices, and we'll get 15 titanium if we come back. Aw, they settled. What a shame. Well, let's go get Ochk at least. And then maybe there will be an island yet where we can use this extra settler that we built. That we are building. We should maybe stop that, though. Let's put something else on the docket to focus on here. Alright, we want this guy to move as quickly as possible. If we can grab this fortress before Green can get back, we can make them unable to manual. Okay. Alright, and now it's our sea region. They can't attack us in our sovereign territory. Hey, more Dustwater. In fact, speaking of Dustwater, yeah, that's what I thought. We have reached the point of being able to deploy the Dustwater. Okay, well that worked out pretty well for us. There you go. There's something that we would not have been able to do with a fire ship. Although with a group of fire ships, we might have been able to just stand and fight. Okay, things are going all right. I'm bummed that we didn't get this region. War with blue or green, both are things that are potentially in our near future. Alright, 4 more texts. We have a lot of things that we need to research. So we might want to pick up either uncommon armor or go back and get alchemical armor so that we can have boat armor. But for now, let's focus on Dust Refinery, because obviously Dust Refinery is one of the most powerful techs in the game. For the time when you get it, it is just unbelievably good. Alright, we got our Alchemic Institute. I'm going to be moving Weyris Sigo over to Addenda so that he can foster the growth of this city. Alright, do all of those things. Alright, where are we going to have you settle? Probably up north, because you'll be more defensible up here. There's a couple of anomalies. We could just settle right between the anomalies. That's always an easy call. It'd be easy enough to work over to a ruin in there. Yeah, that seems fine. So I'm actually going to have this army not go too far. May need to defend that city. Alright, so this region is... yeah, this is Samuntia. And Samuntia is not controlled at all. None of the 3 fortresses are currently under player control. That's really weird. Well, let's see if we can solve that. So let's go ahead and work on leveling up our Alchemic Institute. We need to get a good science hero, or maybe a cultist hero, given the population and the rate of growth. I'm sad that red went down so quickly. I was hoping to be the one to do it. Oh, we're not producing Moonleaf enough to keep it running 100% of the time anymore. That's a shame. I'm just going to give the AI time to move their units in the hope that when I move my ships out here, any AI navies that we encounter will not be able to chase us. These Kikators are getting pretty tough considering that they're still not wearing any gear. So heroes now are probably getting close to like 900, or no, 700. What was I thinking? We do have a new pack here, although none of these are like my favorite governors. Science Boost 2 isn't horrible. Science Boost 3 on a Vaulter is way less good than Science Boost 2 on an Ardent Mage. Well, in any case, we're a turn out from that yet. And there is Dust Refinery. Dust Refinery is the best. We're actually kind of short on glass steel, which is especially weird considering that we have glass steel coming out of our fortresses. Well, one of our fortresses. Maybe I shouldn't start with the southern ones. The northern one is way more out of people's way. I don't know. Let's go add 2 population to Skyen, and also get some titanium, which is not useless. There are still things we want to use titanium for. Alright, we have a lot of science buildings left, plus science per district. Yeah, actually, the Advanced Alchemy Lab would be really powerful in our capital. So let's make that move next. Maybe we're headed toward a science victory? I don't know. It definitely seems like some kind of internal victory is going to be easier than an external one. Although, with all of us sharing the same landmass, which honestly doesn't seem all that large, it may be the case that a supremacy victory is something we could pull off. Alright, create a new level 2 city district in your empire. Well, that should be trivial. What was this quest? Oh, if we had talked to one other fortress, I don't know how we're going to do it, though. Ooh, that's pretty bad for us. We have a lot of forest, especially in the capital. That's going to hit hard. Hopefully that ends quickly. We kind of have to leave it as it is, actually. We're just barely pulling in that much influence. We may want to build some influence buildings. Yeah, alright, let's just do it. Level 1 boarding vessels, okay. Get some red sand coming in. And we may as well search this while we're here and we only have 2 points of move. Okay, titanium's cool. So, you know what I didn't do? I didn't actually look at what this does. Oh. That's pretty cool. I'm not going to pay 130 dust for it. We need to hire governors. I'll do it afterward. I'll do it once we no longer need dust for governing. Okay, well. It's probably all the land on our main landmass is taken now. It still is possible that there could be an island in here somewhere, maybe down here, but it's starting to look like maybe we didn't get any islands. I have the number of islands set to, I don't remember exactly what the setting is, but it's one of the ones that is random. Yeah, the the plague of low industry income from forests is really hurting this city. Oh, we could have probably bought a hero there. So Sayala Tocha wouldn't be terrible. Queenslayer has slavery, which is not, I think, totally ideal. Achka is a one-city region. Although we do still need a hero for Ipadan and for Selamont. Man, we need a lot of governors, actually. We've been expanding a lot more quickly than we've been hiring. Alright, Ipsawacha, do your thing. We're going to slowly walk him up his faction tree. Get all that industry. It's annoying. It's going to take us forever to get up there. Okay, at this point, I'm feeling pretty secure, honestly. Maybe that's not fair. It does look like there's Blue has a ton of territory. We may have to attack them at some point. But I'm feeling pretty secure in that I don't think they can meaningfully attack me. I can just shut that down right away. We keep getting this from stuff. I mean, we may as well. Alright. So we're at plus 385 for a couple of turns here. Alright, let's hire a governor. So what cities still need governing? We need science, probably, governor for the capital. And then we need a couple of just sort of all-purpose. We need a governor really bad in Ochk. It's suffering. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of governors available who are good at the thing we're looking for there. Soyala Tojo's not too bad, I guess. An industry boost, too. Queenslayer with slavery is not amazing. Well, Ipadan is a 3-village region. But it also doesn't need that much help. Yeah, that's not my first priority. So we have Industry Boost 1 available, Science Boost 3, Science Efficiency 2. Science Efficiency 2 isn't terrible. Alright, I think we'll just hire Soyala Tojo for the new city rather than hiring the Science Efficiency hero for the capital. So we really do need this. Okay, that brought the build times on some things down a little bit. Alright, well, I think that's going to be it. I hate to leave you guys in suspense about what's going to happen in the ocean here, but I think that's going to be it for this episode. Come back next time, tomorrow. We're going to hopefully discover an island or two, and probably we're going to have to make something terrible happen to Blue. And we'll see you then.